Good morning, everybody, from a not as hot day in Texas. Our high today, believe it or not, is only supposed to be 93, and I can feel this nice breeze blowing. You see the trees there right now. That is like a 10-degree drop compared to what it was even just yesterday, so that's pretty cool. Well, the sun's just rising here right now, and I'm about to get another day started, wrapping things up and cleaning up and straightening up behind all the work that I've been doing. And it's just days away from us to return to the Philippines. Now, when we go to the Philippines, we're going to spend a few days in Manila. I got a little bit of business to handle there. And then from there, we're going to be flying on down to Iloilo. But we're not going to go to work on the house immediately. We got some other things that we're going to do first, because every time what we do is we get there and we dive into that work on that house, which is important. We want to get the home done, but we sacrifice some personal things that we need to get done in our lives as well. And it's hard to do them when you've got, a dozen people or so working for you, and then you're trying to keep materials there for them. Because I was my own contractor, I was my own foreman, I was my own supervisor, and you need to be there. You need to be there, and you need to be getting materials, and you need to be showing how you want things and stuff. So once we get there each time and we get busy working, it's hard for us to go take some personal time to go do things. So when we get there this time, we're going to spend a little bit of time doing some personal things. Now, I will back up and say that there is a few things I will do no matter what. Like our master bathroom, I'm just this close to installing the toilet and installing the shower and all in it. Still don't have the vanity or sink base or anything, but you'd have a toilet and you'd have a shower in our master bath. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that. And I do have the brackets to finish inside of the closet. Those brackets, I could not find any of them. They were out of stock. They're in the Philippines. I'll probably get there and they'll have a plethora of them. They're probably restocked while I was gone. But I didn't want to gamble it. So I bought some here, and they were more expensive here, believe it or not, than they were in the Philippines. Double the price. Those brackets were twice the price here than what they were in the Philippines. So don't always think everything is cheaper in the US compared to over there, because it's not. The game's changing over there quite a bit. So yeah, I may have bought them here now and spent more money, but I might get there and they still don't have any, so I didn't want to gamble it. So I will put up some brackets and stuff in the closet and finish that. Little small things, but I'm not going to get into having a work crew there right off the bat from day one. It's not going to happen. Then also, our friend Mike that leases the other half of our house, and for you that are new to our channel, being that I travel back and forth to the Philippines so much, I split my home into a duplex, and I turned what used to be my game room and all on one side of my house. I turned into an apartment for Mel and I to live in, so that we could turn our house into income for us for while we're going abroad and all. There's somebody living in it, it's income, it's taxes being paid, everything, instead of it coming directly out of our pocket. So if you're new to our channel, that's the deal. We only live in what used to be the game room on the side of my house, and we have a bedroom and all above it. So it'll give you a little insight right there. But Mike, that lives over here in the other half of our house there, in the main part of the house, he's going to be flying there to the Philippines and staying for a couple of weeks. So that's also going to be exciting. So we're going to entertain him as well, and we look forward to all of these things coming up. Well, I'm going to get busy here. I'm going to jump on this machine one more time this morning. Finished spreading some dirt down there at that pond. You see there's no big mound down there anymore. And I've been filling in some low places up here near to where this home right here is, and fixing it up better so I can have my nice yard there. Just getting everything in order, and I'm gonna move the excavator today and bring it up here on high solid ground so that I can either fix a couple hydraulic leaks on some cylinders when I return, and either sell it or use it a little bit more and sell it. But it's definitely going to go on the chopping block this next year when we're here. Man, that thing's been starting every time, boy. I get in there and hit the key. It's just boom, just super good, super good. All right, well, that's the lowdown for today. I'm gonna get busy. Well, take me a little break here. I've been going for maybe an hour and a half or so on this machine. Show you a little bit of what I've been doing here. I had a big old slot in the field right here. Years ago, this was a dairy farm, had all these concrete feeders and water troughs and all kinds of stuff made out of concrete. That old stuff was broken up and some of it half buried in the ground. And so I had dug all that out of the ground before, but it left a void, and I need to fill that up. I take the blade and go over it again and kind of smooth it up a little bit more there. Over here, I'm still bringing dirt, filling in a low place in the field right here. It's always real rough on the tractor. You gotta be careful with a hay cut or anything like that. You can get on a high spot and do a little damage. So another thing, there's a whole water right here in this spot when it gets rainy season. So I've got a little bit more to bring in here, then I'll bust down those clots and smooth that out. I need to put more right down in that area there, and I think that'll be an improvement on the field for my family using it here in the future and all. Boy, I've just ground this dirt into powder. Just look at that. Just pure powder. It is just so dry here right now. Just like baby powder, look at that. And down here at the pond, I broke up more of this soil yesterday, these big piles, and that's the soil that I've been using going filling. Not just those two places, there's a small pond that I'm filling in too. But I told y'all the other day, you just don't realize those mounds were huge. You just can't see it by perspective in a camera. Those things were probably 12 or a foot tall or higher, big old mounds of dirt. So as you can see, it's really even spreading it over a large area. And all that I've hauled and everything, and not just those holes there, and that was a deep trench in that one spot, but I've been filling in a pond I hadn't showed you yet as well. And with all that, I still have a lot of soil here, and I need to get this flattened down. As soon as it rains, this will turn into a sticky, gummy mess, so I can't quit on it. I better take advantage of it right now. I shaped up all of this over here at the pond around the edges. It's looking way better. I haven't been able to even get over to this part of the pond for a while because this was just solid, just up and down mounds of dirt and all, where I cleaned out around the edge of the pond with the excavator before. And when I dug it out of the pond, it's just super wet, mushy, gooey stuff. And so you got to let it set out and dry. It's not easy just to work it then. So it's had to sit there for a long while. And this has been my golden opportunity finally after a couple of years to work it. I mean, just an absolute gummy mess. And now it'll crumble and work fairly well. So I've been able to shape out this little point and around by this little channel that we made here before. So normally the water would be all the way up around that rim right there. And I know once again, y'all probably don't have a good perspective of how deep that is. It ain't no just 2 or 3 feet. It's probably 5 foot low on water right now. So when this fills back up, this will be water all the way up to where these weeds and grass and stuff is, all the way to the edge here. That'll be water all the way up to the back of that boat up there. In fact, that boat would be in the water a little bit and up around that dam there. So I've been working this and just trying to take advantage of this opportunity before we return back to the Philippines. I need to run and go get some diesel for the excavator. It's getting low. I'm gonna use the bucket and spread out a little bit on this pile right here, and then I'm gonna go take the machine up and park it and set it up until next year. I noticed that I got some tires I need to air up on it. These back ones right here, I see they're low. I'm gonna go around when I pull it up there and air up all the tires and just try to have it in good shape and ready for next year. I might use it a little bit this next year, and then I'm probably gonna sell it. See, I need to put some air in that tire there as well. It's a pretty neat old machine, man. It really is. It's got this big rubber block down in between these two tires. It airs up in between them, and that keeps mud and stuff from going down and packing in between the wheels. If you can see it down in there, there you go. This is the bull blade on the front of it. Well, I'm gonna take me a little break and go have me another cup of coffee. I had just one early this morning. I like to have a second one. Well, I got a little bit of news. I haven't been able to go ride my bike lately because we've been so busy preparing to leave, and if I did a long ride, it might make me tired and lazy to do my work the rest of the day of the things that we need to do preparing for going. And Mike also, he signed up for this marathon thing at the gym, that you do the marathon on a treadmill, and the money's supposed to go towards a charity like feeding the underprivileged, you know. So he wouldn't be able to get with us early in the mornings and ride as well. Melinda was wanting to ride, and I said, you know, hey, we got a lot more important things to do right now. So with that, I hadn't been getting in that hard exercise like I was. And numerous times here recently, there's been cheats on the diet. We went out and ate at Applebee's the other day. Now, I really didn't cheat on the diet at Applebee's. I ate a salad, I ate broccoli, and I ate steak. And I ate some grilled shrimp. So that wasn't bad, and I ate it in the afternoon. But I did have a burger recently. Man, I enjoyed every bite of it. Had that while some subscribers were here and we met up with them. And it was an enjoyable time with them as well. So then Melinda was with some other subscribers, our subscriber, or Leah, and she had brought home a pizza they had got while they were out. Well, it was in the refrigerator, and I've ate that pizza a couple different times. It was, you know, reheat and eat. And what else did I cheat on? Well, Melinda went to Brahms. She wanted to go to Brahms. I stayed in the truck. I didn't want Brahms. And she brought me a large chocolate shake. Well, you know when that thing's right in your face. Ooh, and it's hot. I ended up drinking down that chocolate shake. And I said, Melinda, I just really wish you hadn't have done that. Or if, at least just bring me a small, you know, just a little one. So it's been multiple cheats on the diet, you know, just multiple cheats. But with that, I've still been feeling lighter. And I can tell with my clothes, with the way I feel, my energy, everything. I still feel lighter even with all these different little cheats and stuff and nibbling I've been doing. And so I weighed myself this morning. I hadn't weighed myself recently. And I was so happy that even with all that, I was down another 5 pounds. Man, that is just so cool. So cool. And I guess I've got my body in the right rhythm right now, and it's doing good. So I think if I'll tighten back up and get rid of too many cheats, man, and just keep this going, you know, I feel like I could really get on back down to some weights that I'm really happy with. I don't want to get down to a point that I look like I just came out of a concentration camp or something like that. You know, I don't want like I was a contestant on a loan and I've been out in the wilderness trying to eat berries and leaves for the past 60 days or something. I don't want to look like that. I just want to get down where I'm happy and healthy and comfortable with myself, and you know, my pride, my dignity, my health is the most important thing, I tell you. You know, it's just easier on your joints, it's easier on your back. You're not carrying all that weight around with you constantly. And I'm just happy to have felt and seen that result, because honestly, I was mad at myself for even those cheats. I was mad at myself over it. And yeah, I had a Subway sandwich the other day too. Meeting with subscribers. You subscribers are hell on me. Yeah, because when we met up with Mike and Billy and all, I ate a Subway sandwich, and there's that bread again. I was trying to stay away from carbs. So yeah, I'm still happy because I'm still on the right track. So that's my news.